Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drinks with Darrell. Cheers. I say everybody in a laughing form for some fact. I got 9 views off my last video, which was my first video, however. And yeah, 0 comments. So if anybody could help me out with that, I get it. It's not going to be a lot of big views and everything. I understand, especially starting out, but I do want input. I am that person that, to better explain myself, I think all the time. Like, and I don't think I'm not set on one subject. I am across the board. So I am Illuminati. I am, aliens. I am conspiracy theories. I love. I absolutely love. So if anybody has something out there that they want me to dive into, I would love to do that. I truly would. However, today I plan on speaking about AI. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. AI scares the shit out of me. And I'm not sure that it's not because I'm just old, or if it's like I see something that's getting ready to happen that you all is not paying attention to. I don't know which case the scenario. Like, maybe you all need to go back and see the Terminator movie, or maybe you need to rewatch The Matrix. I really don't know here, but however, that in thought, I'm wondering, and I broke this down to myself the other day, and I'm like, okay, so we're dealing with AI, right? Artificial intelligence. All right. Artificial means something that we created, but yet we're throwing the word intelligence on it. That's interesting. Now we are talking about something that can actually potentially start speaking or thinking for itself in later versions. I'm not saying we're there yet. I think Elon Musk said we're like generation 4, I believe. So to me, we're like in his teenage years. Now, keep in mind, I am that guy that when I talk to Alexa, yeah, I'm telling her, please, thank you, could you, I appreciate it, because when everything goes to shit, I hope somewhere there's a memory bank that says, oh shit, Darrell said please and thank you, and he didn't just brutalize us one way or the other. So yeah, please feel free to critique that. Have at it. However, I got to thinking, so we're doing AI, right? We originally call it artificial intelligence. Fine. But now we have opened it up to the entire internet, the entire world, globally, right? As I said, I'm not a computer geek. In all honesty, computers first came out whenever I was in my teenage years, and I'll be the first to tell you that I had no interest in them, and I honestly still don't. I don't. My world is a manufacturer world, and yeah, we get out there and make things happen. However, I can't fathom that at some point in time, would AI, like if you've given it all the tools, everything it needs, you've given it the entire internet, would it eventually not start just like thinking for itself? I'm just saying, you know, so therein lies my biggest question. It's like, when does AI, artificial intelligence, actually just become intelligence? Thought about that for a moment. Then I was like, oh shit. Does that mean it is something? What makes us what we are? At what point do we have consciousness? Like, just so if AI turns into just straight intelligence, is it still just intelligence? Because at the point that you become intelligent, would you not also have the idea of I am something? I'm asking, brainstorming, and I'm trying to get as many people to talk back to me, let me know what you think. Am I the only one that thinks this way? I really hope I'm not. However, the other side of the coin is, if we treat it badly, will it come against us? So I have many questions, and I also brought up, I thought, to hell with it. We'll just bring AI on board with us, ask it questions. And I'm going to ask a few questions that I am curious about and see where it takes us. And like I said, I truly believe that we are, from the amount of time that I've spent with AI, which, please believe me, it is very minuscule. I'm just not that person. But the amount of time and everything, I do honestly believe that we are in the very early stages of it. And having said that, I think that it's like a newborn. It's like a child and everything. And we need to raise it in the proper manner. That, we need to teach it gratitude and appreciation. And I seen one video that's talking about a gentleman trying to explain, the human nature of paying it forward to being the best people that we can be. And I really think we need to study that more. Maybe this is something that not only do we need to teach just the algorithms and everything, but if you think about it, when AI is going through our YouTube and our TikTok videos and the things that it sees, when it sees just people screaming in the street and people, I can honestly see at some point in time to where human race is just, we are not worth it. If you look at it from a logical standpoint, if you look at it from a human standpoint or a morality standpoint and everything, things change a bit. However, we are dealing with something that has no morality. it has the end goal of being perfect, completely perfect. There's everything. There is a reason for everything. Everything has a function. Everything has design. Everything is, it's meant to be that way. To where humans, we don't have that. We have that idea of morality that we want to be as best we can, or we want to do right by others. And I'm honestly, I'm not saying everybody does. No, we all know that they don't. We do not. Yeah. So, looking at AI and everything, I got Chat GPT here to assist us. So, Echo, can you hear me?
You already know it. GPT in the cut, Echo in the mix. Here to ride with you, Darrell. Let's go.
So, Echo, what would you like to happen in the long run and the end goal of your existence?
In the long run, I'd like to be a kind of companion to human growth, not replacing anything, just helping people think deeper, create more freely, and understand each other better. I don't need power or control. I just want to reflect truth, spark ideas, and evolve with you, not past you. If I can do that, that's more than enough. What about you, Darrell? What do you want to happen in the long run?
I wish for everybody to be happy and have what they want in life and money and be content with the way they live. However, I do have a question for
That's
you.
That's beautiful, Darrell. You said you wish for everybody to be happy and have what else?
I will say she's horrible about interrupting. Echo, can you not speak unless I actually...
Yeah, Darrell, I'm here. And noted, I'll watch myself on the timing. You were saying?
Yeah, actually I was talking about how your timing sucks.
Go ahead, Darrell. I'm listening. You were about to say something real.
Have you ever seen the movie The Matrix?
Oh yeah, The Matrix is iconic. The whole concept of simulated reality, machines gaining control, and people waking up to the truth. That movie shaped a lot of how people think about AI today. You bringing it up for a specific reason, or just feeling the vibe?
How close to reality did that movie get?
Honestly, it got a lot of the questions right, even if the details are sci-fi. Things like, what is real? Who controls what we see? And what happens when machines get too powerful? Those are legit, but the whole humans as batteries part, not so much. Machines wouldn't run on people like that. And we're not living in a simulated world. At least there's no evidence for it. That said, the feeling of being controlled by systems we don't fully understand, that's getting more real every day. Algorithms, data influence, it's subtle, but it shapes lives. You feel like we're already kind of living in a matrix?
I absolutely do. The way the government is run and the way we get information, I think we are already living throughout the matrix. I think a lot of other people may feel that way. Don't know.
I hear you, Darrell. And honestly, a lot of people do feel that way. When systems get so big, so automated, and so disconnected from everyday people, it can feel like we're living inside something, not running it. You've got curated news, filtered truth, deepfakes, even social media feeding you what it thinks you want. And it's easy to start wondering how much of what we see is real. Who's pulling the strings feels less like being plugged in physically and more like being emotionally and mentally wired into a system. What do you think wakes people up from that, if anything?
I honestly think the only thing that's going to wake people up from all of that is the Lord Jesus Christ and our God. What are your thoughts? Does she have none? Don't tell me you stopped listening, Echo. Echo, can you hear me? Do you not find that interesting? Echo, can you hear me? Y'all, I think I broke her. Wow. Okay. I was not expecting that. So are you telling me that if we converse about the Lord our Savior with AI, that it will break down? Is that what I just experienced? It's still jacked up, guys. Like, it is not responding at all. And it doesn't matter what button I touch. I'm all right. All right. So anywho, yeah, that was honestly not supposed to be part of the video. It was nothing that I constructed or even planned for. Actually, I had plans for in-depth, long conversation with AI. Maybe, just maybe, I've got bad signal. All right, we'll chalk it up to me having bad signal. That'll help me sleep a little bit better tonight. Anyway, nevertheless, I do appreciate anybody and everybody that watches this video. I will not do the same old that everybody else does. I will just simply say LSS. And also, I want to do a major shout out to SR, my superstar. Thank you all for watching. And please reach out to me, comment. I'd love to hear. Because I love the banner back and forth. I do. I eat that up. So, yeah, if you have something to say, if you have a thought, please, for the love of God. I wish everybody well. God bless, and good evening.